Good morning, good morning, and welcome Billionaire Book Club. Yoo-hoo! I am super duper excited because, guys, guess what? We are doing our last chapter on serenity. Serenity. Oh, oops. Serenity. So I'm really, really excited because I've been so busy and I know I don't post daily, but I'm here and I'm so excited because we're finishing up on the book As a Man Thinketh, and by God's grace, we shall begin Hung by the Tongue. So I'm really, really excited, guys. And if you don't have Hung by the Tongue by Charles P. Martin, please get it. This book is so amazing, it's so powerful. So let's get started on the chapter on serenity. And James Allen says that calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It's the result of long and patient effort in self control. Its presence is an indication of ripened experience and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. So a man becomes calm in the measure that he understands himself as a thought evolved being, for such knowledge necessitates the understanding of others as the result of thought, and as you develop your right understanding as a man, you begin to see more and more clearly the internal relations of things by the action of cause and effect, right? You begin to realize that, okay, for every cause there's an effect. For everything that you do, there's gonna be a consequence. Then you start to understand who you are. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna cease to to fume, to fuss, and to worry. Okay, and then you'll be, and to grieve also, right? You will remain what, poised, steadfast, and serene. So having learned how to govern yourself, you know how to adapt yourself to others, right? Because they will in turn reverence the spiritual strength that's in you. And then they can feel that, you know what, we can actually learn from this person. We can actually rely on this person because what, you're calm, right? You're somebody that they can run to. You're tranquil, right? Because it says that the more you're tranquil, the greater your success, the greater your influence. Okay? Because you're going to use your power, you're going to use your influence for good. Um, James Allen also continues to say that the strong, calm man is always loved and revered because you're going to be what? Like a shade giving tree in a thirsty land or a sheltering rock in a storm. Because I realized this because I remember back in the day, my sister used to say, I used to be so calm in situations, even when, for her, like she felt like she was going crazy, losing her mind, and something happened, I'll just be over there, like, okay, it's okay. Things will work out somehow. And I really didn't even understand why, but I would just say that. But James Allen said that once you are a strong person, once you are a calm person, you become somebody that people can run to. When people are freaking out and people are, all over the place, you're the one that can bring them back to, calmness. Okay, da-da-da. Okay, so he says that this exquisite poise of character, which we call serenity, is the last lesson of culture. It is the flowering of life, the fruitage of the soul. It's as precious as wisdom, and it's more to be desired than gold. Wow, even fine gold. That's amazing. And then he says, how many people do we know who sour their lives and ruin all that is sweet and beautiful by having explosive tempers, right? They destroy their poise of character and make bad blood with themselves and then with others. So it's a question of whether the majority of people don't ruin their lives and mar their happiness by lack of self control. So this chapter is huge about controlling ourselves, controlling our mind, controlling the words that come out of our mouths. Because sometimes I know we've all been there where we have said something, in a split second and, you wanted to take it back. But because, it's already come out, and that's why words are so powerful. And we have to be so careful of everything that comes out of our mouth because, I mean, people don't forget the things that you have said. Now, they will forget the things that you have done. But if you say something that really strikes a nerve in somebody, they will never forget it. And he says, humanity surges with uncontrolled passion and is it is tumultuous with ungoverned grief. It's blown about by anxiety and doubt. But only the wise man, only the one whose thoughts are controlled and purified, makes the winds and the storms of the soul obey him. Wow. So James Allen continues to say, keep your hand firmly upon the helm of thought. Okay, in the back of your soul reclines the commanding master. He does not, he does but sleep. Wake him, wake up your soul. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. And say unto your heart, peace be still. So I really, really love this because it reminds us to just really, really take control of ourselves, take control of our thoughts, take control of the words that come out of our mouth. And guys, I know, it's work. It will take work. It will take effort every single day. And actually, that's the end of that chapter. It was a very, very short chapter, about just 4 pages, I believe, about four, yeah, 4 pages. So just to learn how to calm our mind. And how can we learn this? The Bible talks about prayer and meditation, sitting in your quiet place, being still and knowing who you truly are. Because many of the time, we are around people, we are always talking, having conversations, but do we ever sit down and have a conversation with us? Just finding out, who am I? Because that's where we really find our true power. That's where we really find out who God truly is in our lives, by us sitting down and really being still and knowing that we are God, because we truly are. The Spirit of the Almighty God is living and very, very alive in us. And if we can just find time every single day, even if it's 5 minutes, to just sit and be still and know that we are God. I know that we can do it. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Paul, thank you so much for your comments. Love you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful evening.